Okay, let's take a look at the current job market trends to help make a decision about your next step. Because you might as well aim for a booming industry rather than a struggling industry. Now, just to note, this of course is subject to change, but we can have a look at some sectors that are probably going to have some strong growth in the near future thanks to advancing technology. And that brings me on to the first sector, the technology sector. So the tech sector is a powerhouse, constantly evolving and demanding innovation. From software development to cybersecurity, tech roles are flourishing. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that computer and information technology occupations will grow by 13% from 2022 to 2032, translating to about 500,000 new jobs, which is a much faster pace of growth than average. Tech giants like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple are constantly seeking top talent in AI, cybersecurity, cloud computing, and software development, offering competitive packages and exciting cutting-edge projects and technology to work on. Next is healthcare. Driven by an aging population and advancements in medical technology, the private healthcare sector is booming. The BLS estimates that the healthcare industry will add a staggering 2.1 million jobs by 2030. Jobs in nursing assistants, medical and health service managers, and physician assistants are projected for the fastest growth. Healthcare providers like hospitals, clinics, and pharmaceutical companies are actively hiring nurses, physicians, medical technicians, and data analysts to meet the growing demand for services. And of course, healthcare is also looking into an awful lot of AI technology to help, such as image recognition, for diagnosis, and for data analysis, making use of AI. And then also the pharmaceutical and drugs companies are looking at using graph databases and other AI in order to find new potential cures for diseases. Next, you've got the renewable energy sector. Sustainability is a major force, and the global renewable energy market is expected to reach 1.8 trillion by 2025. This translates to a demand for professionals in solar, wind, and geothermal energy fields. Companies like Tesla, Siemens, and Ørsted are at the forefront of developing and implementing sustainable technologies, actively recruiting engineers, scientists, and project managers to drive their green initiatives. Okay, so those are some potentially growing sectors, but do your own research on this as well. It's always worth going to ChatGPT or a large language model or Google searching and just asking the question, which jobs and industry sectors are primed for growth in the near future and why? Now, those are the ones that are growing, but what about the ones that are declining, which may not be a good option to start looking for a new job in? Of course, this will depend on your individual circumstances, but it's worth having a think about. So, declining sectors and considerations might include those that are facing challenges due to technological advancements, changing customer preferences, and globalization. And of course, there's always the disruptor of artificial intelligence, which might make a lot of jobs either redundant or drastically change the nature of those jobs. Firstly, traditional retail. The rise of e-commerce has significantly impacted brick-and-mortar stores. In the United States alone, over 12,000 retail stores closed in 2022, according to Statista. This trend has led to a decrease in demand for retail workers. A McKinsey & Company report estimates the automation could displace up to 800 million retail jobs globally by 2030. I mean, at the end of the day, how many of us now just shop on sites like Amazon rather than actually going into a store and buying something physically? Next is manufacturing. So again, with automation and overseas production are transforming the manufacturing industry. A 2023 report by the National Bureau of Economic Research finds that since the year 2000, there have been a net loss of over 8 million manufacturing jobs in the US, with automation accounting for about 2/3 of this decline. Now, of course, that will depend on what country you're in and the changing politics of the country that we're in as well. None of this advice is hard and fast because things change and things can change quite rapidly. That's why I recommend that you do your own research. But I'm just giving you an idea of the areas to look into and the things to think about. Despite these challenges, the job market is constantly evolving with exciting new fields emerging all the time that capitalize on technological advancements and address growing global concerns. One of which, of course, is AI and machine learning. These technologies are revolutionizing work and life, offering endless possibilities. AI and machine learning are creating new roles in data analysis, development of smart systems, automation, and more. The Burning Glass Institute reports a surge in AI and machine learning job postings in the US, with a significant increase between 2016 and 2022. If you do want to know more about how AI works and how it is rapidly changing businesses, and if you want to know about AI strategy in general, then you can check out my AI business course. I used to be a data science team manager and a data science consultant for one of the largest healthcare organizations in the world. So I created a course with not just my knowledge, but also knowledge from other experts in the AI field, some of which have ran AI related companies and advised the British government on the future of AI and tech. Next, we have green technologies. Sustainability is at the forefront of many industries, and innovations are driving the creation of new roles focused on eco-friendly solutions. Areas such as renewable energy, energy efficiency, and sustainable materials require specialists across various fields, from engineers to policy analysts. The global green jobs market is projected to reach 29.5 million by 2030, according to a recent report by the International Renewable Energy Agency. Another major shift is the rise of remote work. This trend opens a world of possibilities, allowing you to work for organizations across the globe. Now, things are changing all the time with remote work. Some companies are starting to rein in the amount of remote work they allow their employees to do, but other companies like the fact that they can hire people from different parts of the world at a potentially cheaper rate. So remote work is definitely here to stay, and it's definitely worth thinking about in your job search because it might open up a much bigger pool of jobs that are outside of your physical location. In 2023, a study by Flex Jobs found a strong preference for hybrid working models amongst US workers. This is where they do some remote work and some time in the office. However, the thing about remote work is it also means facing a larger and potentially more cost competitive candidate pool. You've got more people to compete against. Remote work offers flexibility for work-life balance, but also requires self-discipline and dedicated workspace to be truly effective. So, sharpen your skills, build a strong online presence, and network actively. Stay up to date on industry trends and continuously learn to gain that competitive edge. Remember, whether you're looking for stability or a fresh challenge, the right opportunity is out there. Stay with me for the rest of this course to uncover tips for using job boards, networking, and potential employers, and key facts about the global job market.